Okay, so let's take a look at this other one. All right, so we're going to start with this top one. Our y-intercept is 7. Our slope says go down 1, right 3, or up 1, left 3. I'm going to use a solid line, and it's greater than, so I'm going to shade above. Second one, y-intercept is -6. The slope says go down 14, right 3, but that won't fit on our graph, so I'm going to go up 14, left 3, which is right here. Solid line, because there's an equal sign. And it's also greater than, so I'm going to shade above. Now remember, we're only concerned with where these overlap. So we can see that this section right here is where those solutions will be. And we can also see that because both of those are solid lines, any point on either or any of those lines in that section is also a solution. So we can see this would be a solution, this would be a solution, this would be a solution. However, this point right here, which it's the black one I just drew down there, would not be a solution because it's nowhere near where those two overlap. Okay, I'm going to skip C because it's just like A and B, and I'm going to go ahead and go do D. Now, since they're not solved, the very first thing that we have to do is solve for y. So I'm going to move this x. It's positive. I'm going to subtract it. I have to divide everything by 6. So -1/6 x minus 1. Go ahead and solve this other one. Subtract 5x from both sides. Divide by -6. And remember, when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. So it's going to be y is less than positive 5/6x minus 7. Okay, now we're ready to graph. So we're going to do this one first. So y-intercept of -1. Then we're going to go down 1, right 6, and up 1, left 6. We're going to use a dashed line, and it's less than, so we're going to shade below. This bottom one, we're going to do -7 as our y-intercept. Our slope says go up 5, right 6. We're going to use another dashed line because there's no equal sign. And it's also less than. So this time I'm just shading that region where I can see it's going to overlap. I'm not going to shade this other region because I know that this right here where I'm coloring it blue, that is my solution. We have our boundary lines, we have the point or the place where they're going to overlap. And that's it. Really, you're just looking for that region where they overlap. Let's take a look at E. Okay, so we need to solve for y first. So I'm going to move the x. Divide by 2. Move the x. Divide by -1. Now this time I'm dividing by a negative, so that flips that sign. And now I'm ready to graph. So let's start with this one. Y-intercept is 2. It says go down 1, right 2, or up 1, left 2. Solid line because there is an equal sign. And it's less than, so I'm going to shade below. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to start to graph this line. So our y-intercept is -7. Slope is 4, so I'm going to go up 4, right 1. Dashed line. And it's less than, so I'm only going to shade the part that's less than that's already shaded for the other one. So this region right here that I just shaded blue, that's going to be our solution. So what I would recommend when you guys are graphing these is shade both of them lightly. Make sure your answer is shaded darker so that I can see what region. I'm going to skip F because I think you get the point there. You can rewatch any of these examples if you're not sure what you need to do. You need to do the practice for lesson 4. and there's a lot of spiral review in there, so do as much as you can. The answer sheet is going to be posted online, so please check answers as you go, or when you finish, just to make sure that you're doing things correctly, and make sure that you get all of that practice done. Tomorrow when you come in, we're going to have a little activity that we do, and then on Wednesday, we're going to do some review, and we'll take a cumulative formative this week as well. So we will have a cumulative formative coming up, so just make sure you take advantage of this time you have in class today and get some work done. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.